Hello, my friend. It's Richard Gray from KSFO. We're going to learn how to start the DC-8 from Aerosoft, an amazing plane. One of you has asked me why if I could make an English tutorial, and I'm gonna do it. I will try it with you. And we're going to learn how to apply, to follow the DC-8 expanded checklist. Also, we will learn how to position and start operating the ENGs, and also we will start the engines, and we'll fly. Okay, maybe I will do various videos, and the first one will put us to ready for takeoff. Okay, so let's go with the expanded checklist. First thing, following the manual, windshield heat warm up, and emergency light on disarm and check. We connect the GPU. We connect the battery to external power. We check the radio heat. We set radio rack blower in normal, and let this cover up. Star master heat on. And we check the DC voltmeters. We check the AC tie, DC tie. We push the buttons for checking the lights. Generator fail, and this is important, generator overload. We check that all generator control are set on. We check power, boost power fail lights. We check that emergency electrical control are set on. I also check that. It's not in the manual, but we check that this is in normal. Isolation valve is in normal. We check the door lights. Actually, they're enough. We are going to open doors. And turning on parking brakes. I'm going to start GSX. And as you can see, the door light is on. And we set as required the recirculating fans. We are going to set them on. After that, we will test. We will check the pneumatic pressure, manifold air pressure. I will check number 1. I will check number 2. Light must go off. Checking 3 and checking 4, and all the switches should be off. Also check the lights. This is okay. Let's go with the cabin compressor. All switches should be off. I check the light. I will check the cabin pressure. We set the altitude, barometric. We left the rate knob like that in the middle. No trouble. We left the cockpit and cabin temp in the center. It's like to left in auto. And we check the freon compressors are in off. We check the lights. Now we go with the fire warning tests. I will go to this camera. I thought that I have another camera. Oh, okay, sorry. And we start the test with the number 1. We stop it. And also the number 2. We check the number 3. And we check the number 4. Okay. Now we can turn the galley power that we will have to turn off before starting engines. And now we are going to check the main spoiler gear test. 5 seconds. We had to wait for getting the light on. And we check the number 2. It's okay. Now we are going to check hydraulic oil temperature indicator. It's okay. Now we check these lights and we turn again to stop and we check the indicator. Low press is okay. And after that we are going to check the spoilers and we turn to the flight spoiler. We are going to set to overdrive. Person off. And we take a look at this indicator. Spoiler hydraulic press. Should get full. Till 3. We cover up. Now we can check the engine vibrating. As you can see, it's easy because you can follow a path. We can check we check now the oil level. Should be always above 7 gallons. Okay. This oil pressure is normal to be on off and fuel quantity. So we have not introduced the fuel for this for the dispatch that we have prepared with SimBrief. That with the help of some of Aeroforum people, we have get a profile for the DC-8 5. In SimBrief. So thank you very much. We are going to fly with the 35612 pounds of fuel. And this is not okay. Let me see. Cannot wear so much fuel. Okay, sorry. So I think that 3.6 is gonna be okay. We're going to have a zero fuel weight of. Oh, we have. Let me see. A takeoff weight of 205.1. This is the data that we really need to have. And the PAX is 144. So we are going to adjust the cargo for getting this 200 pounds of gross weight. Maybe more packs, and this could be okay. I don't like so much to have a center of gravity of 28. What? Okay. 27 good be okay. So we check the oil coolers doors should be in auto. It's the default position. Okay. You can find the oil coolers in the outside view. We can check. Let me. We apply reverse, you know. And then I guess that they are the oil coolers. I don't know exactly. Let's go with the. We must check that oil cooling blow away. That shut off is up, is pull out, and blue light. Okay. And we check the tail deices. We go now for the fuel. We check the lights, only the upper one. All the tanks must be main, and these are not simulated, okay, but must be normal. And the other ones, alternator tank boss should be off. Main tank fuel pump should be off. This got 3 position off, boost and fit only. The fillers should be off, and the main tank fill switch off should be in all of them. We can check this. Now we will set the tank quantity set. I understand that we have to set like that. We have to set the bug at the upper position. We're going to have a lot of work with the tanks. Till now I have been flying with almost full. All the tanks almost full. Because I didn't have the simbrief profile. But you can make a calculation with the manuals. So as you can see, there are only are filled the alternate tanks on 4 and 1. So we'll have to get into this one, the number 2 and number 3 before. I guess that you could take a closer look for making this adjustment at the back, but I don't think it's really important. Okay. Okay. Next step, we need to check the auto shut off system. We turn to system test. Let me I hit this kind of buttons to play with the mouse. This takes some time, okay? Because a tank must be filled with some portion of the fuel. Okay, we turn this up to normal. All lights must be turned on. We take note of this 36,000 pounds, and we can go to the overheat. Now we turn all lights as required. The clicks turn also on the lights of the displays, okay? We don't need the down light. If you turn this, you will start the down light too, okay? So we also turn the lights on right here. Not the dome. Okay, we should start the dome, I guess. This is going to be really important before adjusting, starting up the ins, is to have the altimeter set okay, right. You have to be sure about that, okay. Now we are going to start the ins, and this is the most difficult to understand through the manuals. I'm not telling that the manual are wrong. I'm saying that I've never fight with some kind of thing like that, and it's quite different to an FMC and on IRS. It's quite different. So first thing, we're going to assure that we have this knob turned to position. Okay. Both on both ends. Have a closer look. We can see. We are going to start in position. Okay. Let me update this preset. Okay, we pull up the knob. We turn to standby, and we push the button. Okay. And now the first thing, we have to set the auto manual to auto. You will want to play with this button in auto. Flying this plane you alone, you must do it, okay? Because if not, you should be changing, advancing, selecting the waypoint. But whenever you want to jump to a different weapon in your route, flight route, you will have to turn this knob to manual. We push this button for a test, and all the displays should be showing up 8 number 8, okay, and all the lights on. We also make the test with this button, and as you can see, we have 0, 0, 0. We don't have any position. And how it does work, this INS, INS, this is not the time of the GPS, okay? It's the time, it's the era of gyroscope. I don't say how to say in English. Gyroscope, okay? And this machine seems to be calibrating by itself, taking account with the rotation of planet Earth, okay? So we'll take your coordinates and we'll be comparing the gyroscope movements to adjust and to take your real position, okay? This position will be degrading. As long as you fly, you will have to update, recalibrate with flying to a bar. You will need to fly to a bar with a knowing position and adjust the DME. Okay, so from KSFO to KLAX, I don't think we are going to need that. So as you can see, we don't have the coordinates. In some airports, you can get the coordinates of in the chart, okay, about your current position. Also, you could start with the plane, loading the plane on this position, and you could get, as you know, you start by default with the airplane ready for flying. But this time I already did that, and got the INS turned down. So if you start and you get the INS turned up, you will get the INS already positioned. So you can write down this position, or you just can place another plane. I guess that my easiest solution is to use Reality XP. Sorry, it's the chapter for Spanish people, and there are some kind of words that it's hard to me to remember to pronounce in English. And I'm going to get the coordinates. I don't like too much to do that, and after I do that, I will shut down this, and I don't want to see this in my DC-8. Okay, it's perverting my DC-8s. So this way, we have the coordinates is north 37, 36, 7, 7, and west coordinates. Okay, longitude and latitude. So we are going to just click on insert. We're going to take a closer look, okay? We just make a click on insert, and after that, as you can see, you have north and south right here. If you press number 4, you will never are going to get introducing numbers like there, right here, okay? Because this is longitude. So just pressing north, you will get insert light on. And after that, we had to introduce the coordinates. It's 36, 7, 36, and just only 7. Remember that. If you introduce another number, I don't know exactly. I think that this is not going to work. After that, we push insert button, and we select on this situation, this case, sorry, west. And as you can see, west appears as introduced, and insert light is on again. So we introduce now 122 and 23 and just 5, okay? And we push insert. We had to do this again in the ins number 2. I had tried using the remote. We will learn how to use the remote button. When you turn on the remote button on both ins, whenever you input in one of them will be input automatically in the second one, but not working. I had not get this working on with the position. I think it's right. We press insert. We press north, and we introduce again exactly the same data. 3, 7, 3, 6, 7. And now we are going to push west, and we introduce 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. And we click on insert. Do not touch anything. You shouldn't touch anything. We go up. I say that because as a streamer or YouTuber, I have lost a lot of videos after doing all the fucking standard checklist, amplified checklist, and I have ruined it by one mistake doing that. Okay, so just pull up the button, okay, and you just turn to align, and you push the button again, and you must take a look closely to the ins. This is a bullshit, we don't need it anymore. Bye bye reality XP. We turn this to DSRTK STS, okay, and this should be like that, 0, 0, 9, 5, okay, should be like that. If you get another number right here, that means that you have made something wrong, okay, and you need to do this thing at the same time. The other day I was recording a video with the DC-8, and I introduced one of the numbers. I made a mistake with one of the numbers. I guess that it was with the latitude. And when I switched on this thing, I turned this to DSRTK. I found that I have an error, and this just was already positioned. Okay, if you had some kind of error in both of them, you should go to off. If you turn to standby, you won't restart already the ins. You should go to off if you made a mistake, okay? And I will say this again later, but I must say right now, you never touch that anymore till we are going to start, okay? This slide was keeping me confused at my first approximation to the DC-8 of Aerosoft, because you're expecting this light should be turned green, this green light should be turned on, okay? It will be turned on, okay, but this won't be telling you, oh, okay, you have your plane ready to taxi. No, if you taxi without setting the nav in nav position, you will lose all your alignment, okay? So you just do it like I am doing now, and you will be happy, be sure. Okay, after that we follow with this is part of the standard amplified checklist, okay? The next is going to be easier. This number will start decreasing, okay? And as they approach to 0, you will get a better alignment. I'm telling that because also you could get green lights on, if you get the green lights on on continuous state, it's okay. If you get the green lights intermittent, or turning on and off, you have an error. Okay, but you could get this on, and but you don't be hurry. Okay, it's better that you get almost close to 0.5 or something. This number. And we have a bad light right here. This is showing us that we have been with the INS starter before, because we loaded the plane. And you see, 85, this is a lightning now, okay? And this bad light is turned off, and you still don't get your nice, lovely green lights on off. So next we can make a test with the radar, and we will turn the radar to standby. Sorry, this button is strange. Right there, and the ATC on a standby. After that, we need to check the INS buttons. We make a click right here for hiding the jokes. This radio button turns the following in the HSI. Sorry, you can follow some board through radios, or you can follow your flight director, your plane, your autopilot will be pointed, maneuvering with through the INS. Okay, so this should be in radio. As you can see right now, let me take a closer look. We have now the off flag in the HSI. That's is showing us that we don't have the radio on, and we don't have any valid words set. Okay, but if you get this off flag also, when you turn this to INS, you have some trouble with your INS. Okay, whenever you have a flight plan loaded, okay, waypoints loaded. Next thing, we have to turn on the radios, we should turn to standby, okay? I don't like so much this button, but it's how they already was. This is on a standby right now, okay? We could just turn on simply. After that, DFO we'll take a look at the overheat, and we'll check the anti-ice lights. We'll check that engines inboard and outboard and scopes are turned down. Okay. We'll make the stall warning test. I never saw if this. I'm gonna take a look. Sorry. Okay. Next thing, we check that all heaters are turned off. This knob should be on off position. Okay. And we just can arm the emergency lights. This light should go off. It's okay. And we turn on the seatbelt and no smoking signs. This is also for testing purposes and also for for starting correctly the procedures. After that, we check the ignition override switch is turned off. This knob is okay, should be off at this stage. And we check started ignition ignition override switches. This one, sorry. Started ignition knob should be off, and continuous ignition should be off too. And all these buttons, do not touch any of them under any circumstances, any cases. Okay, not now. We will touch it later. Okay, this is something that is, I guess, that is happening. This already happened to me. I started the sequence start ignition engine start sequence. Sorry, and I just click twice by mistake one of the starters, and you won't be able to start this engine. I have found a procedure, a workaround that is about turning off the house hydraulic pump and start again. And sometimes I've been able to do not ruin my video, okay? Because this is after 45 minutes of standard checklist, and this is not nice when you are recording a video, okay? So starter buttons should be out, but do not touch them. And wing flood, ground flood lights, you turn them as you required. Okay, we could assume that we turn ground flood, and as you can see, we got the green lights on here. You cannot move your plane until you turn the off button. Okay. We are going to go under here, and you can see that we have a 55 number. We will wait for the amplified checklist tell you do not start turn the knob to knob position after you have finished the start ignition sequence. I mean, you can do that before touching, after a start, okay? But I do not recommend doing that, because real pilots, real crew do not work with a mouse, and when you turn off the external power and turn to bat, you could make a mistake and you could turn to off, or you should forget something and you could ruin that. So my recommendation is just turning this knob to knob position before starting the sequence. Okay, we had a lot of things to do before. We are not going to get bored. We check also the landing lights should be retracted. Okay, you know, that is something with the lights that almost everybody got this light working. If you are using the dynamic lights on your prepare, you should use the left button always. The left button at taxi lights and left button for retract when landing lights. Okay, because if you use this one, the red ones, this one and this one, you will get the legacy lights and you won't get dynamic lights. I cannot get dynamic lights anyway. I am one of the forgotten people of the dynamic lights. I can use them. So as I'm recording this video, Aerosoft should be publishing a new hotfix, the first one, I guess. So we have checked the lights at this point, and we will have to check now the anti-skid button. As you can see, we have the lights. You can just turn on and turn off if you want. And also we are going to check the spoiler light. This light is telling me that we have extended the spoiler or we have retracted, but it's not telling me if I had the spoiler armed. It's not telling me this. It's just telling me that the spoiler has been retracted. Okay, and you won't be able to use this on air. These are ground spoilers. Okay, and these air spoilers are not simulated. So after that, we had to check that the parking brakes are set. I already said because the GSX but we had the parking brake set. We also had to check the rain removal. It should be off always, all times. Whenever you have your engines turned off, you must have this rain removal thing enough, and they explain to you in the manual. We'll see this later. We check the air brakes enough. This is not simulated, as I told you before, and static system should be normal. We also don't have this simulated. Let's work. That's nice. This enough is not simulated. We have lost 2 tests among 100 of them. That's nice. This is the landing gear 1 horn cut off. Okay. We could make a check at this. The red lights. And we should check already that the 6 green lights is on. They're on. Okay. After that, we will check the max airspeed warning. This is not simulated too. And we will check the slides and the wind slots, and we can just turn on the flight director, okay, to the flight instrument position, the first position. We'll also do that with this. Still, we have a lot of things to do. We should be checking the RAT, is the engine temperatures. Okay, as you can see, it's almost 10, and static air is the exterior temperature. OAT is 10 Celsius degrees, and the hydraulic brake press should be over 3, and air brake position should be right here in the middle, between 2 and 4. I mean, it's 3, 2. External EX8 temperature should be close to 0. This is normal to be in 0. And this should be on 0. It's normal. You don't have the engines on. And the fuel flow should be right here. Okay. And the oil press should be turned on. As you can see, we are on 15 right now. Now we are going to check the flaps. They should be on 0. And as you can see, I don't have 0 right here. This has happened to me more times. As we don't have hydraulic pressure, I guess that this is normal. Okay. Now it's autopilot yaw jumper. You had to have this off. Okay, I have assigned one of my Hotas buttons, as you can see, to turn the autopilot on. This is normal to have an aural warning, but if I turn the button, the toggle the button again, I will get back to yaw jumper. So I have assigned another button right here in the original button of the Warthog with the standard seat letter, okay, with the standard FSX standard autopilot toggle. Just the seat. You need really to have assigned this position, okay? Because if I just turn on this letter seat, I only get this off to yaw jumper. As you can see, this is important because you can die whenever, any time with this plane, because you have to be following all the instruments. You are going to make the work of 3 crew people. You will be the captain, you will be the FO, you will be the SO. This is a lot of work, okay? And meanwhile you are looking one of the instruments, you could be losing speed and getting in a stall. This is easy. It's already happened to me after 3,000 miles of flight. No, but it happened. Just it happened, okay? Don't forget that this plane don't have auto throttle. This is a real plane, okay? Classic one, but a real plane. This is not an Airbus. So, it's time to turn the auxiliary hydraulic pump on. Because if we don't do that, we gonna get the trimming and we gonna get any other thing. Horizontal stabilizer hydraulic test. This is not simulated, okay? You can do anything, but you would be testing this now. Horizontal stabilizer electrical test. FO or captain will turn off the hydraulic pump again. And we will check the rudder trim. I'm using -2 to the left, -2 with this plane for taking off. But this is upon your weight and other things, okay? Aileron trim should be near to 0. OAT, you should take note of the OAT, that is 10 degrees, Celsius degrees, okay? And now we are going to determine the takeoff data. It's time to determine the takeoff data. For this, we have some tables, okay? And we will also set the APR at the same time, okay? So I'm going to show you the tables that we will have from Aerosoft when you get the plane. And these are the table. The first one is the takeoff stabilizer setting. And we need to know our MAC, center of gravity, which flaps we are going to use for taking off. We are going to use the 15, flap 15. And we just know that we have let me get the We have 200 pounds of gross weight, and we have a center of gravity of 27.4. So we are going to work with this 27, and I said 200, 200, just 200. Okay. Oh, sorry. Uh, 200, 200, 200, and is this and 27. So this will be our trim. Okay. 2.4. For setting the trim, we already need to have the hydraulic auxiliary on. Okay, we turn off again for testing purposes. We set no, I forgot it. 2 units for unit, 2.4 units. Sorry. So. This is a warning, an aural sound that we're saying that we are using the trim, and this should be 240, 24. Oh no, it's 28. Yeah. This could be. Okay. And the next thing, important thing, is set the EPR. I didn't do that in the video. Oh yes, I did. I already did. I'm wrong. So we need to check the EPR, that this is going to be our takeoff power. Okay, and we know that we have 10 Celsius degrees. Plus 10 Celsius, and we would need to know the sea level, the altitude of our departure airport. Okay, we're on KSOF, sorry, in San Francisco, and we will be on sea level. So this is going to be our EPR, 1 unit, 87 points. Okay, if we are taking off with 2 cabin compressor on, only 2 cabin compressor on, we must subtract 101. Okay, EPR. So this would be 186. If we if it were raining now. Hi Miguel, can you better news off? Thank you very much. We should subtract another one. Okay, this is easy, it's not hard. So 186 is our value, and we just set and we wait. When we take off, we will have to get through to this position, to the bar. Just it's only this what we will have to do. And now we are going to determine the V1, VR, and V2, and after that, in the climb, we will need to learn this thing. But as I've been flying with this plane in the simulation, I'd not needed to use that, because if I set 1.72 units, I will be over speed. It depends of your flight level and the situation. We will see later. Okay, takeoff speeds. We need to know the altitude. Okay, and we need to know that this column is gonna be our takeoff speed. Okay, so we need to get the gross weight is 200, so this is going to be our takeoff speed. This 106, 122 and 135. So 106, 122. I'll have to take a look again. We set the box. This is some kind of boring because you had to 106. With my mouse is not fun because I'm playing on 4K and it's not easy. I tell you before I will forget. 122, 135. You cannot adjust again. If I would like to move this a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, I will get this back again up here. Okay, so now we can make two uses of the next bug. As we are going to take off with flap 15, we are going to add a bug of 13 to this speed. And this would be the speed where we could get flaps up. Okay, so this is 136, so we will go to 119.6. Oh, sorry, 19.6, 30, 50, sorry. Okay, 56. It's almost right here, so this would be the first time I take off under this place. I don't know if we can have flaps up at this speed. So as you can see, if I try to adjust this, I will get this run. So I left on 160. And now we are going to check the radios. I will turn the radios. The manual don't tell you how to check the radios. I guess that, okay. We know that the radios are working because one of the board we have synchronized is okay. Showing in the it says I. As you can see, we had this on 05. And at this time, I already recommend to you to turn the nav to nav. No! You should not do that. Never, okay? You can turn to nav and to nav, but not pulling up. This is what Michael, the developer, has told us in the Aerosoft forums, okay? And we right now go to waypoints and as you can see, I don't have the flight plan introduced. I don't have any waypoints. You have 9 points per stack. And we don't have anything loaded. We could be adding one by one, okay? And the other thing is simple. You just go to vehicle navigation, flight planner, and we have already loaded the flight plan through prepare. I will click on OK. and you never, never, or never click on yes. Okay, you don't need to move your plane because you already have your ins. If you move, you could get your plane in a different position, or you could get this ruin up. Okay, so just click on no and be patient. And voila, we have the flight plan loaded. Okay, and we have on this situation we have, I don't know how exactly how many waypoints we are going to fly on this, because I didn't take a look at the simple dispatch. We have a seat, Whistler 3. Whistler 3 is north 3739. We are going to check. As you can see, the first waypoint is the seat. Okay. Okay. We will. I would be glad to show you when your flight plan don't have a seat. You have to opt in, as Michael has been explaining in the Aerosoft forums. You could make a new flight plan with your the seat that the ATC has assigned to you, or also you could just insert. And I would be waiting. I would be glad to show you how to do that, because it's some kind of confused. It's not so clear. Okay. But we will contact with the ATC right now, and we will see if they are going to assign to us the Whistler. Okay, if not, I will try to figure out how to show you that. Okay, at this point we in the amplified checklist we should do what we have done. We should be inserting the waypoints. I'm some kind of confused with the manual, but it's the original one, so we cannot have any doubts, because they say that you, before setting turning the off of the ins in nav position, you should be inserting the waypoints. I'm afraid to do that, so I rather prefer to do like I'm showing to you. Now we should be selecting the bar if we should do it, and the clock and altimeter check and set. On the simulation, I rather prefer to set the altimeter before positioning the ins. Okay. It's not so hard, the ins, but at the beginning it got you afraid. I was a little scared with the ins. Okay, now we could do the Bristol challenge, and the FO and the captain and SO will be making question and answering question, and FO is asking us if we have the parking brake, and we say set, because it's already set. Hydraulic fluid, we say checked. Hydraulic and air brake press, and we say the values that we have on both instruments. Okay, and oil quantity, this is for the SO, and the SO is saying us that the oil quantity is all above 7 gallons. Okay, and cabin temperature set auto. Okay, we say all above 7 gallons because the engine 3 never is at the same point that the other ones. So we must say all above 7 gallons. Cabin temperature set an auto. It's okay. Cabin pressure set an auto. No, this is not true because we are going to fly to 300 FL. flight level 300. I don't know how to do that, I must say, because this is 1000 and I don't know how to do it. We will left above 10. I still don't know how to do that. If you know, you can tell me, because it's not simulated. This happened in a lot of planes, okay? Flight Emad also happened that, and I cannot check this on 30. I think that is calibrated automatically or something, I don't know. We have this 30, flight level 30, okay? Fuel quantity and the ESO tell us how many fuel we have. EPR setting, and the captain say box shut, jaw damper, and the captain say off, fuel shut offs, and the captain check their all on off position, and radius check, and clocks and altimeters set. So the next thing is to get clearance to start and start the engine starting sequence. Okay, so we are going to connect with box ATC, and I will go to box mode.
Echo 1503 Zulu, cloud, view at 1000, visibility 43, temperature 9 or dim 0.5, wind 265 degrees 8 knots, altimeter 3004, departures using runway 28 right, arrivals using runway 28 left. Advise you have information, Echo. This is San Francisco Intel. Information Echo 1503 Zulu.
Okay, we turn San Francisco clearance to 118.2.
Visibility 43. Temperature 9 or dim 0.5. Wind 265 degrees 8 knots.
San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761 radio check 118.2. This is box ATC sometimes.
Last aircraft say again.
San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761 ready for clearance Los Angeles Intel. They are keeping busy. Yes. San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761 ready for clearance Los Angeles Intel.
Ready for clearance Reno Tahoe International.
M Flight 136, stand by.
So meanwhile, we take a look at the
M Flight 136, cleared to Reno Tahoe International Airport.
And as you can see,
departure,
we
tip
have,
transition, then it's filed.
We have the
Expect flight level 29010
flag
minutes
off.
after departure.
This is
Departure
this means
frequency
that this will be working,
120.9er. Squawk
but you don't expect to
3305.
get the course aligned, and you never mind about it. You
I'm
can
flight 136.
you can align,
Clear
okay?
to Reno Tahoe
We can
International
align the
Airport.
bar.
The I-3 departure, set for transition.
The
Then as filed,
SI.
maintain 9000. Departure frequency
But the
120.9er.
INS
Squawk
will fly
305.
directly to the waypoint whenever you
Flight
have the course
136,
adjusted.
route back correct.
Okay? San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761, ready for clearance Los Angeles Intel.
Last aircraft say again.
Angeles, I guess. San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761, ready for clearance Los Angeles Intel.
Last aircraft say again.
Come on, man. San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761, ready for clearance Los Angeles Intel.
Last aircraft say again.
I hate you. San Francisco clearance Golf Romeo 761, ready for clearance Los Angeles International.
Golf Romeo
Fuck
761.
you.
Stand by.
San Francisco clearance, DHL 395, ready for clearance.
This gets me
Alpine
really
Delta
mad
Regional.
sometimes, because sometimes you have to pronounce
DHL
English in
395.
a manner
Stand by.
and other time in another manner, depending of the
Golf Romeo
vowels.
761. Cleared to Los Angeles Intel Airport. Wesley
now just say
departure.
Intel.
Big transition. Then it's filed. Maintain 6000. Expect
Okay,
flight
6,000,
level
we're going to adjust
3010 minutes after
6,000
departure. Departure
the alert.
frequency 120.9er. Squawk 3312.
and we'll read back. Golf Romeo 761 is cleared to Los Angeles Intel Airport, Whistler 3 departure, EVA transition, then is filed, maintain 6000, departure frequency 120.9er, squawk 3312.
Golf Romeo 761. Wesley 3 departure. Big transition.
Golf Romeo 761, Whistler 3 departure, EVA transition.
Golf Romeo 761. Route back correct.
Okay. 1, 2.
DHL 395.
I
Cleared
will
to
set to
Alpena
none, okay?
County Regional
Because
Airport.
box 8 this is
Wesley 3
sometimes
departure. Tell transition.
got to mad
Minutes filed.
with this thing.
Maintain 6000. Expect flight
Now
level
we go to
32010 minutes after departure.
request a stop.
Departure frequency 120.9er. Squawk 3314.
DHL
San Francisco ground Golf Romeo 761 request a startup.
Golf Romeo 761, startup approved.
Roger, Golf Romeo 761.
DHL 395.
So we are ready.
Request pushback
But
and
we are
start.
going to ask the
DHL
clearance for
395,
taxi.
pushback and start approved. DHL 395.
San Francisco ground Golf Romeo 761 at gate 106 with information echo, ready taxi with clearance.
Golf Romeo 761, hold position, taxi available soon, I will call you back.
I don't want to hold position, I just want you to tell me what the fuck is the runway we're
San
going
Francisco
to
ground,
depart.
DHL 395, at gate Foxtrot 89er, with information echo, ready taxi with clearance. DHL 395, stand by.
Hold position Golf Romeo 761.
Sun Country 825, cross runway 19 right, taxi to runway 28 right.
Okay, 28 right, they are
runway
giving the 28
right.
right.
Cross runway
So
19
we're going
right. Taxi to runway
advance
28 right. Via Victor. Hold
star
short
sequence.
runway 01
Okay.
right. Sun Country 825.
So, galley power should be turned off.
Pushback and start.
frame compressor should be turned off.
Stand by.
We check that.
FedEx 611.
Recirculating
Cross runway
fans should
01
be
right.
turned off.
Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Golf Lehman Foxtrot. Hold short runway 28 left.
Cabin compressors should be turned off.
Cross runway 01
Also
right.
just
Taxi to
stand
runway
off.
28 right.
And
Via Golf
pneumatic
Lehman
pressure.
Foxtrot. Hold short runway 28 left.
DSO.
FedEx 611.
Let's say is 0.
World cargo 299.
Okay.
Shutting down.
But DFO will advise ground connect.
Taxi to
And
runway
we
28
just
right.
connect
8
with
Alpha
an assigned
Hold short
key.
runway 28 left.
As you can see
World
right
cargo
here, I have
299.
assigned
Roger.
this button.
Taxi to
okay?
runway 28 right. Via 8 Alpha and Kilo. Hold short runway 28 left.
And ground
DHL
is giving us
395.
pneumatic pressure right now.
Redwood 842.
So the minimum decided is 30
Redwood 842.
psi. But you always will get above 30. No trouble with that. Now the captain says how it's gonna be the starting sequence, and I'm gonna say starting sequence is 3, 4, 2, 1. I should say that before.
San Francisco Ground.
Now,
Redwood 842.
DSO
At Gate Foxtrot
turn
72.
the main
Information echo.
post
Right,
pump
taxi
number
clear.
3 to on.
Redwood 842. Taxi to runway
you can-
28 right. Via 8 Alpha and Kilo. Hold short runway
You can ignore
28
that
left.
if you want, but we're gonna do.
Taxi to runway 28 right.
Turn on.
Via 8 Alpha and Kilo. Hold short runway 28 left. Redwood 842.
The captain checks the throttle are in idle position. They are already on idle. And we are going to let me see, we are going to request a pushback with
FedEx 261. Request
change
pushback
to the
and start.
left.
FedEx 261. Pushback and start approved.
FedEx 261.
And with I will start engines before pushback. So we close the doors.
Ryan International 152. Vacated runway.
Ryan International 152.
And now the
Taxi
captain
to Gate Golf 104 via Delta Bravo 11
said
and Bravo.
started an ignition arming.
Taxi
Switch
to Gate
on
Golf
armed.
104. Via Delta Bravo 11 and Bravo. Ryan International 152.
San Francisco Ground.
And now the
FedEx
manual says
261. At Northwest
starter
Park.
bottom 3,
Information echo.
press
Ready,
and
taxi
hold.
when clear.
Just click on it. Do not
FedEx
press
261.
and hold.
Stand by.
Didn't need that. And we say
Golf 61. Taxi
starting
to
engine
runway
3.
8 left via Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf.
And we
Hold
take a
short
look at
runway
the
19 right.
instruments. We can see that we have fuel flow. Okay. And in 2, the DSO would make a call out, and the DSO will make a call out with the oil pressure that is
Golf 61. Taxi to runway
racing.
28 left via Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short
So,
runway 19
we
right.
open the valve number 3. Taxi to runway 28 left via Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 and right Golf 6.1.
Golf 61 via Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf.
Okay, as you can see, we have the engine 3 already started. By Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf 61.
Starway 466.
And the SO
shutting down.
check the oil press.
Defendant 261.
and also
Taxi
check
to runway 28 left. Via
the
Zulu
gen
Channel
is
1
working
uniform
and make a,
short runway 19 right.
a reading of Gen 3.
Taxi to runway
It's
28
okay.
left via Zulu Charlie 1 uniform and echo.
Make a call out.
Short runway 19 right. FedEx
Fuel set off,
261.
lever engine on.
Starway 466.
The captain checks that the light of the engine 3 is off and out. It's
Sun
okay.
Country
This is right.
117. Request pushback and start.
The SO says that the starter valve
Country
is
117.
closed.
Pushback and start approved.
Sun Country 117.
UPS
Also, they
611,
saw-
vacated runway.
Take a look at the pneumatic pressure, and we have an increase.
DHL
should have an increase on the pneumatic pressure.
Runway 28 left. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Kilo. Hold short runway
Checks the
28
engine
right.
oil pressure and temp.
Cross runway 28 left. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Kilo. Hold short runway 28 right. DHL 390.
And now we'll repeat all these steps for engines 4, 2, and 1.
Taxi to Southwest Park 12.
Start
Delta
engine
Bravo,
4.
Zulu and Yankee.
Taxi to Southwest Park 12 via Delta Bravo Zulu and Yankee. UPS 611.
Oil press,
San
as you
Francisco
can see.
ground. Sun Country 117. At gate Alpha 11 with information echo. Ready taxi with clearance.
We open the
Sun
valve.
Country 117. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right.
Taxi to runway 28 right via Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right. Sun Country
The
117.
SO checks the oil pressure.
DHL 395. Cross runway
And
28
2
right.
and 1.
Taxi to runway 28 right.
And
Via Kilo, Charlie Echo
DC
and Victor.
gen drive
Hold short
oil
runway
didn't
19
fail
right.
and take a reading of
Cross
engine
runway 28
4.
right. Taxi to runway
This should
28
be
right.
over
Kilo Charlie Echo
400
and Victor.
CPS.
Hold short runway 19
And this should
right.
be on
DHL 395.
120, I guess.
Compass rose 812.
And we
Cross
go
runway 28
with
left.
engine
Taxi
2.
to runway
Start
28
engine
right.
2.
Via Charlie.
Cross runway 28 left. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Charlie. Compass rose 812.
And we start to get oil press. Oil pressure. It's okay. And we open the valve number 2. And now we have N1 and 2. And the SO check the oil pressure, temp,
San Francisco.
oil
ground.
temp,
Sun Country
and the fuel flow.
965.
This should
Request
be
startup.
growing up. And
Country
gen fuel is okay,
965.
it's
Startup
extinguished,
approved.
and we take a look at
Sun
we take a
Country
reading of the
965.
gen 2.
Redwood
It's right.
617. Shutting down.
This has not got any.
Compass rose 812. Monitor San
Increment.
Francisco Tower
As I can see.
120.5.
And now we start engine 1.
120.5.
Start engine 1.
812.
Redwood 617. Roger.
We can see that we have N1 and we have
Redwood
pressure.
812. Cross runway 28 left. Taxi to runway 28 right.
We have
Kilo.
oil press.
Hold short runway 28 right.
And the captain set the valve open.
28 left. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Kilo.
And we have
Hold short
N2.
runway 28 right. Redwood 842.
And we have the oil pressure, okay, and we have all lights turned off. It's generating. Charge, and we check
San Francisco
the
ground.
gen number
Sun
1.
Country 965 at gate Alpha 5 with information echo. Ready taxi.
And as we got everything working up, we are going
Sun
to
Country
change
965.
the battery
Taxi to
external
runway 28 right.
power
Via Hotel Alpha,
and
Hotel Bravo
to
and
bat.
Hold short runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 right via Hotel Alpha, Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right. Sun Country 965.
This is what I told you before. If you make a wrong click, you can ruin your flight. Okay. Why do we have this lights on? Okay. This is the autopilot light. And now we had to release the pneumatic pressure and the GPU. We release the pneumatic pressure and we turn the pneumatic pressure in low for all compressors, okay? And we get this pressure, and after that we release the GPU, and now we can release parking brake for the DSX. Now the DSO, turn the galley on, the galley power on.
Taxi to runway 28 right, via Kilo Charlie.
And we had to do another thing, we had to turn the cabin compressors
Cross
on.
runway 28 right. Taxi to runway 28 right.
And we checked that this,
hold short runway 19
the readings.
Redwood 842.
San Francisco
We
ground.
have pressure,
Sun Country 712. Request startup.
parking
Sun
brake
Country
on.
712. Standby.
And now
611. Cross runway
captain
28
turns
left. Taxi
this
to runway
button, the
28
knob
right,
to
via
off,
Charlie.
and start the pitot.
Cross runway
You never
28
mind to turn
taxi
this
to
one or
runway
this one.
28 right, via Charlie.
You are hitting
FedEx
all of them,
611.
okay? And we turn the windshield.
Sun Country
on.
712. Startup approved.
Sun Country
We are not
712.
going to use the PT2 Pro heaters because the temperature is okay. We just turn the ground float light to wing float. And now we go to
Ryan
the SO
International
position.
152. Shutting down.
Ryan
And
International
we had to
152.
do the
Roger.
preferential circuit test. This is really funny. Funny of haha.
PS3 51.
It's fun, it's fun. I like this, I love this test.
UPS 351.
We turn
Taxi
off
to Southwest Park
all the
95
cabin
via
compressors.
Delta Bravo 11 and Bravo.
Because this, in real life, you
Taxi to
need
Southwest
two
Park 9
hands.
or 5.
One for
Delta
clicking
Bravo
on, setting
11
on
and
right
Bravo.
here,
UPS
and off,
351.
and pushing this button. So this is the procedure in the simulation.
Sun Country 170.
You press this button, the test
runway
button.
19 to right. Taxi to runway 28
release.
right. Via Golf. Hold
And
short
the
runway
knob
01
goes
right.
to on, but you have to turn down again, and you have
Cross
to turn
runway 19
on
right.
again.
Taxi to runway 28
Now
right.
we can-
via Golf. Hold
As we
short
can,
runway
we have
01
one at the
right.
bottom,
Sun
the
Country
compressors
170.
on. We turn all the others to off,
San
and we
Francisco
just
ground.
check the
Sun Country
compressor number
712
2,
at gate Alpha 1 with information echo.
Press and
Ready taxi
release.
with clearance.
and turn off,
Sun Country
and turn
712.
on. Okay,
Standby.
do not forget that. And we are going to test the number 3,
Monitor San Francisco Tower 120.5.
and we turn off,
120.5.
and we turn on,
FedEx
and we test the
611.
number 4,
Sun Country 712. Taxi
And we
to
just
runway
turn
28
off.
right. Via Hotel Alpha,
And we just
Hotel
turn
Bravo,
on.
and Golf. Hold short runway 19 to right.
Now we are going to set the Freon compressors
Taxi
to
to runway
on
28
normal.
right. Via Hotel Alpha, Hotel Bravo, and Golf. Hold short runway 19 or right. Sun
We are
Country
going to turn
712.
the recirculating fonts in auto.
San Francisco ground. World Cargo 299.
Okay, and now we're going to
World
set
Cargo
the GM
299.
parallel.
Startup approved.
We push this button
World
till the
Cargo
lights
299.
turn off, and we are ready to taxi. Almost ready. Okay. We check the Freon compressor temperature. It's okay. It must be in green zone. Okay. The saturation, and now we should have door warning lights out. We have the door warning lights out already, and we should turn INS NCU on nav, but we already did it before. Okay, do you remember? If we don't do that, we won't be able to get a push back in the simulation with GSX and all this bullshit.
Information Foxtrot, ready taxi with clearance.
So now FO,
World Cargo
check the
299.
EPR,
Position. Taxi available soon. I will call you back.
comparing the temperature, there are no changes, and we have all the oil pressure lights off. FO flight instrument and nav sets. And as you can see, we have already introduced the seat. We don't need to introduce the seat, we should do that before, okay? I guess that we will do a new video with another situation,
Taxi to
okay?
runway 28 left via Yankee
showing
Zulu
this. If you
Sierra
want me
Sierra,
to do it,
hold
just
short
ask
runway
me and I
28
will be
World
glad
Cargo
to make
299.
another English video for you.
UPS 611, shutting down.
Now, it's not simulated, okay? But
UPS 611,
the Asus
roger.
checked the flight recording, but the flight recording is not simulated. And now,
Starway 466.
we set the boss pumps on feet
Starway
only.
466.
This one.
Pushback and start approved.
Turn down.
Starway 466.
Okay. All of them. All of them. And later we will make the pre-takeoff challenge. Okay, now we are going to
117. Cross runway 01 right. Taxi to runway
taxi.
28 right.
We will take off, we will climb, and we will finish this first video.
Cross runway 01 right. Taxi to runway 28
Parking
right.
brake off.
Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot. Hold short runway 28 left. Sun Country 117.
Give me 1 second, I check the brakes.
DHL 395.
I set
Cross
parking brake
runway
on
19
again.
away. Taxi to runway 28
I forgot
right.
to start
Via
track
Victor.
IR.
Hold short runway 01 right. Sun Country 965.
Okay.
Cross runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via
So
Golf.
we're clear
Hold
to the
short
left,
runway 01
clear
right.
to the right. Release parking brake.
Cross runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Golf. Hold short runway 01
Oh, we should
right.
make a
Sun
flight
Country
control checks
965.
before, sorry. So, I'm gonna do it. Because I had to show you when you have, you can see, full left, center, full right, center, full down, center, full up, center, left, center, right, center. Different pronunciation. If you want to follow the INS,
San Francisco ground.
turn
Starway
the
466.
right now.
Gate Alpha 6. With information. Foxtrot. Ready taxi with clearance.
because when we take off, we will be
Starway 466.
following
Taxi
the
to runway
seat.
28 left.
If you
Via
turn this,
Alpha Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short
when you
runway
check,
19 right.
you cannot check the ailerons, as you can
Taxi
see.
to runway
So
28
don't get
left
mad
via
about
Alpha
that.
Alpha
Okay.
Hotel Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right.
You turn this
Starway
knob
466.
after, okay? After.
Redwood
we will turn
842.
on
Cross
when we
runway
get
19 right.
on
Taxi
runway.
to runway 28 right.
So
Via
let's go
Victor.
ahead.
Hold short runway 01 right.
Parking brake off.
Cross runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Victor. Hold short runway 01 right. Redwood 842.
I need the help from box ATC to go to
Sun
the...
Country 965. Cross runway 01 right. Taxi
This guy
to
is
runway
waiting for us.
28 right. Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot. Hold short runway 28 left.
We follow the green lights from box
Cross runway
ATC.
01 right. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via
Okay,
Golf
we are
Lima
going
and
to
Foxtrot.
take
Hold
off
short
from
runway
28 left.
Sun Country 965.
San Francisco ground. Redwood 225. Request startup.
Redwood 225. Startup approved.
Redwood 225.
Redwood 917, vacated runway.
Redwood 917, taxi to gate 106, via Delta Bravo Echo Alpha and Golf, hold short runway 19 to right.
Taxi to gate 106, via Delta Bravo Echo Alpha and Golf, hold short runway 19 or right, Redwood 917.
I love this airport. I'm a bit hurry because I must left home right now, so I'm going quite fast. So when I install a new aircraft add-on, I'm wishing and I'm willing all time to get
information. Foxtrot.
taken off
Taxi with clearance.
as soon as possible. And I guess that you really
Redwood
want
225, taxi
to
to
take off
runway 28 right,
with
via
me
Hotel
right
Alpha,
now.
Hotel Bravo and Golf, hold short
for
runway
getting
19
this
to right.
video, this first video.
Taxi to runway 28
down.
right, via Hotel Alpha, Hotel Bravo, and Golf. Hold short runway 19 or right, Redwood 225.
UPS 351, shutting down.
UPS 351, roger.
So in real life we should do that. The next checklist stage, get inside in the lineup, okay? But we are only one man flying this plane, so we will do that. I didn't turn on the taxi light, as you can see.
Redwood 617.
This happened when you're commenting.
Request pushback and start.
Parking brake. So we are going to make the pre-takeoff challenge, okay? The SO ask a question on captain or FO, respond. Altimeters, set. Compass indicators, aligned. Windshield
Cargo
head,
299, cross
on.
runway 28 left, taxi to runway 28
Pilot
left,
heat,
via Romeo,
on.
hold short runway 28 left.
spoilers, retract.
Cross runway 28 left. Taxi to runway 28
Controls,
left. Zero
free, power on,
runway 28
lights
left.
out.
World cargo 2.
Vamos a setear, sorry, I'm speaking in Spanish. We have to set flaps 15.
Redwood 728, taxi to get Alpha 6, via Delta Bravo Echo Alpha
It's
and
okay.
Golf, hold short runway 19 right.
Flaps 15, so wind flaps, and we say handling
Alpha 6.
the 10-15 indicated.
Golf. Hold short
And we check that they are already indicated, okay?
720.
Controls and train tabs set,
Cisco
fuel
ground.
levers
Redwood
on,
617.
in detent,
Golf 103.
door warning lights
Foxtrot. Ready taxi with
out,
clearance.
bus tanks, bus pumps, sorry, fuel tank selectors, only mains,
short runway 28
bus
left.
pumps fit only, EPR, final,
Taxi to
box
runway
set,
28 right.
continuous
Via
ignition,
Bravo 510, Bravo 5 Alpha
turn
and
on
Kilo.
all
Hold
engines.
short runway 28 left.
At
Redwood
the skid.
617.
armed. We will arm already when we get, line up. And landing lights on will be the other step we had for finish the pre-takeoff pre-takeoff challenge.
Runway 01 right.
Cross runway 19 or right. Taxi to runway 28 left via Victor. Hold short runway 01
We still
right.
have
Max
to
261.
cross the runway. I will press number 0. San Francisco ground Golf 61 still holding.
Golf 61. Cross runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 left. Via Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right.
Clear left, clear right. Cross runway 19 right, taxi to runway 28 left via Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right, Golf 61.
Golf 61. Via Bravo and Golf. Hold short runway 19 right.
Via Bravo and Golf, hold short runway 19 right, Golf 61.
Ryan International 152. Request pushback and start.
Ryan International 152. Pushback and start approved.
Ryan International 152.
I don't know if this is the whole short or is the next one. San Francisco ground, Golf 61 still holding.
Golf 61. Taxi to runway 28 left. Via Golf. Hold short runway 01 right.
San Francisco ground.
Taxi to runway 28 left via Golf, hold short runway 01 right,
Foxtrot.
Golf 61.
Taxi with clearance.
Vale. Sorry.
Ryan International 150.
Speaking in Spanish. Okay.
Right. Golf 61. Via Golf.
Via Golf, Golf 61.
Golf 61. Hold short runway 01 right.
Hold short runway 01 right, Golf 61.
Ryan International 152. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Bravo Bravo 510 Bravo 5 Alpha Kilo. Hold short runway 28 left.
Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Bravo Bravo 510 Bravo 5 Alpha and Kilo. Hold short runway 28 left. Ryan International 152.
San Francisco ground, Golf 61 still holding. Okay, let's go. San Francisco ground.
Cross runway 01 right. Taxi to runway 28 left. Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot.
Cross runway 01 right, taxi to runway 28 left via Golf Lima and Foxtrot, Golf 61.
Golf 61. Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot.
Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot, Golf 61.
Golf 61. Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot.
Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot, Golf 61.
San Francisco ground. UPS 611. Request startup.
UPS 611. Startup approved.
UPS 611.
Redware 133. Vacated runway. Redware 133. Taxi to gate Golf 103. Via Delta Bravo 11 and Bravo. Taxi to gate Golf 103. Via Delta Bravo 11 and Bravo. Redware 133.
If you want to help me, you just please give me a soft. I will be glad to make
Redwood
English videos for whatever you want.
Taxi
Just ask me
106.
when you need, when I could be help for you, okay? We have another flight sim channel.
UPS 611. At Southwest Park 12 with
I
information
just seen-
Foxtrot. Ready taxi with clearance.
We are beginning with the little channel, but
UPS 611.
all of
Taxi
your
to
support
runway
will
28
be.
left. Via
I
Yankee
will be
Zulu
thankful
Sierra to
for you.
Sierra. Hold short runway 28 left.
Taxi to runway 28 left, via Yankee Zulu Sierra to Sierra. Hold short runway 28 left, UPS 611.
Redwood 225, cross runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 right, via Golf. Hold short runway 01 right.
Cross runway 19 right. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Golf. Hold short runway 01 right. Redwood 225.
Finally, yesterday I decided to get the Fly the Madoc X add-on. And
San Francisco ground. Compass rose 112.
I was practicing with the.
Compass rose 112.
And I really like this
approved.
plane, but
Compass rose
if I
112.
would should have to choose between this DC-8 and any other of the planes that we have on our build and in my hangar, okay, this is really one of my favorite, one being the last of them that I've been acquiring. We have a ENG
cross runway 28 left.
737
Taxi to runway 28
with the
right.
extension
via
pack,
Kilo.
and we
Short
also had
runway
the
28 right.
777 with the
Cross runway
extension.
28
We had
left.
the
Taxi to
747.
runway 28 right. Via
We
Kilo. Hold short runway
we fly
28 right.
turbos too.
Redwood 617.
So we're
Vent X580.
we will wait for the Aerosoft one because I
FedEx
returned to
Stand
the FS Labs
Redwood
add-on.
225.
I got a
cross runway
refund
01
because
right.
the virus
Taxi
thing.
to runway 28 right. Via Golf Lehman.
All the planes
Hold short
that I have.
runway 28 left.
Oof, I'm really falling in
Cross
love with
runway
this
01
DC-8.
right. Taxi to runway 28 right. Via Golf Lima and Foxtrot. Hold
And I'm
short
at a
runway
point,
28
okay?
left.
I also love the
225.
TFDI designs add-on
San Francisco
for the
ground. Compass rose
717.
112. At gate Charlie 451. With information Foxtrot. Ready taxi with clearance.
I love the DCA.
Compass rose
I really
112.
love
Stand by.
Okay.
Golf 61. Monitor San Francisco Tower 120.5.
120.5 Golf 61.
Redwood 728. Cross runway 19.
So we need to do three things. One of them is aligning the heading with the runway, and just setting the knob, turning the knob to aux after taking off, and just turn the anti-skid on and landing lights. I will hide the joke. Oh. We will set this the ins. One of them set on heading, and the other one, the first one, I will set to this time. This is the distance to the first waypoint, 7 miles, and this is the time. Okay, and we can turn on the radar. Just in normal, the other things are not simulated, okay? That's only the test. Come on, man. I guess I'm going to make a lineup. Let me see. This for the video purposes, not to be so long. Okay, we are going to line up. So we have flaps 15. We actually need to align the heading. We could take this information before, but as I'm in a little hurry, we can turn the anti-skid on. We just turn the landing lights on. And this is
Golf
how
61, wind 260 at 8, clear takeoff runway 28 left.
this is okay. Clear takeoff runway 28 left, Golf 61. So we make a fine adjustment of the heading. We're ready to go. We left pressing the brakes, okay, and we will increase the thrust till the EPR setting. Oh, as I'm sharing one button, okay. Flaps 15, this is okay, this is already takeoff. Release brakes. Any knots? B1. Rotate. Flaps up. Gear up. So we can turn autopilot to aux and autopilot on, and we check the speed. We increase the vertical speed.
Golf 61, reduce speed 250.
Reduce speed 250, Golf 61.
Golf 61, contact normal departure 120.9er.
120.9er, Golf 61. NorCal departure, Golf 61 with you on Whistler 3.
Golf 61, Norcal departure, roger.
So now we turn ignition off, landing lights retracted, we should turn altimeters. Look at that. How I lost vertical
Golf
speed.
61. Climb and maintain 16,000.
We had to low down the vertical speed because you can fall in a stall easily. Climb and maintain 16,000, Golf 61.
Redwood 573. Turn right heading 200.
Turn right heading 200. Redwood 573.
Redwood 573. Climb and maintain flight level 190. Proceed direct Los Angeles International.
Leaving 9,200, climbing flight level 190. Proceed direct Los Angeles International. Redwood 573.
Golf 61. Reduce speed 250. Redwood 573.
Reduce speed 250, Golf 61.
Center 119.75.
As you can see, it's really hard to be making the worker or all the men in the cabin. It's really hard, and it's amazing too. I really loved it. So what is really hard is to be making a tutorial while you're flying. This is not so easy for only one man. So we should set the radio altimeters 1,500 feet when immediately after we take off. We already couldn't do that. We should adjust the EPR right now, but we are not gonna do. But we should take note of which is the optimum levels for the EPR. But I won't do that now because we need to set climb airspeed, climb EPR. We would be monitoring. We would be monitoring the icing system if the temperature is getting under zero, and we already got that. So we are going to turn engines inboard, outboard, and scopes and PT to proof. And as you know, we had to check the throttle when you do that. We are going to the SO station to check the anti-deice, and we have takeoff finally. I forgot to set two of the compressor off, and after takeoff we can turn off one of the hydraulic pumps, alternating them flight by flight. So we will turn down the hydraulic pumps number 2. We will turn set the fasten belts off and smoking
Golf
off.
61. Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, Golf 61. So right now we can go to 300 knots. So as you can see, as we have been turned the anti-ice on, there is a difference in the static air temperature and the raw temperature. This is the purpose. This is normal. So we set rotate temperature selector knob to match indicated run air temperature. Set cycle selector to normal cycle and monitor time. This is the first time I do that. I never did that before. So do not take account on my words. Do not take my words as if I were an expert. The cabin temp. Every time you go right here, you must get back soon as you can because you can get installed
Golf
easily.
61. Contact Oakland Center 119.47.
119.47 Golf 61. So I'm going to get to the cruise level and we will finish this first part of the video, okay? As I was telling you, I don't know how to do that. I'm not sure about that. And we also had to be checking on this because you cannot left one of the pumps going under 5, okay? This is not safe. You must start transferring fuel from this pump to the main pumps that are the number 1 and 4, okay? So we have a lot of things to try and learn. And I had to study this de-icing system with the SO. They say that we must turn airflow de-ice switch to timer 1 or 2. Auckland Center. As you can see, we are working a lot, but that's fun.
With you at 13,500.
Auckland Center Golf 61 with you on Whistler 3.
November 9 Kilo Uniform, Oakland Center, Roger, altimeter 3004. Golf 61, Oakland Center, Roger. Golf 61, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350 Golf 61. We had to reduce the vertical speed to almost to 1000.
Oakland Center, Charlie Sierra Charlie Juliet Bravo. With you at flight level 330.
And we had to go to
Charlie
flight
Sierra
level
Charlie
350.
Juliet Bravo, Oakland Center, Roger. World Cargo 447, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Leaving 17,200, climbing flight level 270. World Cargo 447.
Okay. Remember that this is not an autopilot, this is just your knowledge, okay? This is saying us, hey guys,
Leaving flight
you
level
had to,
184, climbing flight level 280.
you had to, you have got your altitude
Tango
level.
India Hotel Bravo Bravo, contact Oakland
And with this
Center
temperature
119.75.
and this gross width, I'm in a hurry. That is 199.5.
November for Mike Whiskey, contact Oakland Center
We could just take a quick look at the performance table.
Mike Whiskey.
Oakland Center.
In climb, and we are
You had
on
flight
this
level
step,
309er.
going to this step,
AC661,
Under,
Oakland Center,
10,
Roger.
10182. I guess that it should be the PR.
Oakland Center,
92,
clear
it's almost
904 Delta Sierra,
oh,
with you at flight level 380.
82 under 40, under 40,
Boeing
89,
141.
9er,
Contact Oakland
89er, it's almost
201.
201,
19.75. Boeing
199, 9er.
Clear 904 Delta Sierra, Oakland Center, Roger.
So we set the PR to 199er.
Oakland Center, DHL
Full
966,
thrust.
with you at flight level 304.
DHL 966, Oakland Center.
And now
Roger.
I will try to make the right adjustment with the
Contact
anti-ice.
Oakland Center 127.25.
So they say turn airfoil the ice switch to dimmer 1 or 2,
Redwood
rotate
349.
temperature selector knob to match indicated RAM air temperature. So I cannot move that. Ah, okay, I'm silly.
Redwood 221.
And set cycle selected to normal cycle.
7.45.
127.45.
How is right now?
Redwood 221.
And monitor time for correct rotation. We have to go
632 Bravo Bravo.
full to the
With
left.
flight level 360.
This is what we had to do.
640 Bravo India. Contact Oakland Center 127.45.
After leaving icing condition done,
127.45,
cycle selector to long
Bravo,
cycle.
Clear 632 Bravo Bravo.
So,
Oakland
the-
Center. Roger.
We had to adjust to 20. The ram air, okay? This is
Oakland
not
Center,
right.
Coast Air 799, with you at flight level 289.
Okay.
Cost Air is 799. Oakland Center. Roger.
And they are, both of them are synchronized as I can see.
Boeing 462.
And this is the
Contact
right-
Oakland Center
okay.
119.75.
Oh my god. This is the right position. Normal cycle.
119.75. Boeing 462.
So after that we have one engine hydraulic pumps already bypassed, as we did before. And pressurization we must check. We also had to work with the fuel management. We need to set the cross levers to normal. They're already normal now.
BC Aerolíneas 867.
Let me take a look at the,
Center. Roger.
okay, the thrust.
Cost Air is 799.
We still have time to do that.
Contact Oakland Center 127.45.
And tanks 2 and 3
127.45. Coast Air
mains,
799.
fields, valve, switch must to be set to field.
47. Contact Oakland Center 119.75.
119.75. World Cargo
2 and 3,
447.
okay?
Oakland Center.
And 2 and 3 alternate tank boost pump on
320.
until the tank should, goes empty. But as I can see,
Aerolíneas 867.
this should be with the first one and the second one, and immediately this should be on field, and this should be on field, and all the pumps should be boost and feed. This one, number 2, boost and feed, and this should be on field. This one, the alternate. They say 2 and 3 mains field valve switches. Okay, we had to take care of the altitude. We are getting 5,000. As you can see, it's a lot of work, but it's amazing. So as I'm arriving to the altitude level, flight level, the cruise level, sorry, we are going to start to decrease. I'm using the my side tech radio panel. I will show you just for a second. And as you can see, I have assigned some of the autopilot functions, so I can control several aspects of the cabin. As you can see, I can change vertical speed with my radio panel, and I will set to 0 when I get 35. That's all. And now I had to check my thrust, and we have an alarm, and this could be because one of the tanks or something. Now we should set the EPR for the cruise level 2, okay? Maximum cruise speed, and we need to adjust as the RAT we have to find the EPR setting and 35 feet under 10. We are on 2183, I guess. So it should be with this true setting, okay? But we have an alert, and I don't know which alert is this. I can see, I really can see which alert we have. Do we have? I don't know if this is this. Ah, we have the timber one, okay. It's a normal cycle. We are getting a decrease in the ram air, as you can see. We are getting this working. And still we had not get fuel management as required yet. Main boost pumps should be boost and feed. We didn't set the altimeters to 29,902. And as we have a change with the rod, it's almost 10, under 10, minus 10, we have to set 176 EPR. But we are close. This is not so right. We are close to overspeed, as you can see. So this is the faster we can go. I'm going to decrease the throttle. And as you can see, the waypoints we are following, we could have the aesthetic choice of correcting the course, because the waypoint is independent of this bearing thing, okay? This should be like that. This is the right setting. And this is the right setting we should have. The manual are saying that we had to fill with the number 2 and number 3, but I don't have nothing in alternate chunks in number 2 and 3. So we had to position a pump on pump off on alternate, and we turn on alternate. Okay. We're on cruise at cruise level. I will investigate this thing because we have an aural warning and I don't know which one is this. We have to, everything's right. I cannot find any lights showing me something right here. And still we have not finished with the look at the temperature. So this is where I can help you. I can help you till this situation. I've never flown with anti-ice situation and this scenery with fuel tanks. Okay, we will get back with another video with the landing, but I guess that this could be helpful for you, and I wait for your comments. And if you really need another English video, I will be glad to share with you. It's Richard Groy from Richard Groy, and that's all. Richard Groy. See you soon. Bye bye, my friends.